haven't done a replay cast day in a while, so I thought, why not? I have energy, I have free time, I have a house to myself. Both my housemates are out, so I can be loud and obnoxious, which is things I'm very good at doing. Setting up my overlays beforehand, apparently not so much for these replays. I can tell you we are going to Battlefield of Eternity to start. And Pidge's Perilous, Pidgeons banned out both Garden of Terror and Cursed Hollow. They don't like those big maps. You know, Pepegas and I banned out Towers of Doom. Boo. As well as Volskaya. I mean, I'm happy I'm not getting Infernal Shrines to start. I do like Battlefield of Eternity a lot, actually. It's one of my favorite maps. Unfortunately, in general, I don't know what each map will entail. In terms of... I don't really follow exactly what the draft is. I don't like looking at that early because I don't really want to spoil his map pick or his first pick, especially if we're moving into later games of the series. However, we are going to get into the... G'day, Craig. Hope you're doing well with a pigeon himself. But right, let me swap it on over and we'll see how this series goes, shall we? So, this is gonna feel rusty because I'm not used to casting by myself anymore. So we'll see how this goes. In the top lane for the side of Pidge's, Perilous, Pidgeons, we do have Crate Beast there on the Artanis. Oh my god, it's Artanis. Mother Kos. Tychus. I was like, what is that hero called? Perilous is on Muradin, Marius is on Hanzo, and Icy Morning on Brightwing. So quite heavy race on one side. Meanwhile, we have Torrens on the Varian, Tom Gen ETC. But we also have Sylphrenia Kale versus Ektar is on Anduin, and Bishop Mist rounding things out with the Lunara. And I will open up taps. Stats. No. What am I trying to say? Talents to start. We do see it is going to be that more race-orientated builds. We do see its amateur opponent Artanis, which is the correct choice on this map. As well as we do see the Hanzo going W build. Meanwhile, the race won't be as good for Pepegas on us, so it looks like we're going into a Taunt variant at this point in time. I wouldn't mind actually seeing Twin Blade. This actually may have been the time Twin Blade is good. Or even Smash in this situation, because ETC can still do well in that main lane. But it looks like we're going to have an ETC... I should keep that open. ETC offlane as we are going Guitar Hero. So we do have that more damage coming in whenever he uses his E talent. Perilous has a bomb on him. Tom Gen slaps him a little bit. Stun finding a minion, unfortunately. Not any other hero. Phase Shift coming out, topping Perilous up. You probably don't need to use your Phase Shift on Muradin if he's not in immediate danger. He does have that passive second wind to help. He doesn't need any direct healing. Kos, on the other hand, would do very well with the burst healing right about now, but she does get out to... I'm assuming it's a she, it's his mother. She does get out to safety at least. But I do hope you're doing well today, Craig. Great to see you here. Are you still on the bench, or are you playing again? I don't know. Ooh, nice little bit of stacks here for Hanzo. Already at 10 out of a 20. Oh, grenade finding both Ektar and Torrens. Scatter doesn't quite find its mark this time, but it's fine. Also note it is going to be that Sentinel with the bigger vision. And Icy Morning does phase shift top. Tom Gen realizing maybe not the place for him, having to back out. No, he's not backing out yet. He's going to slap the Brightwing. This is what we're watching now, guys. No, it's over. Going back bottom. They don't have Brightwing with them is the problem, so while Bellas does want to stall things out, they're not really going to be able to push in at the moment, just because Brightwing doesn't have that phase shift back yet. She does have the talent for it, she does have hyper shift, but because they were fighting on the camp for so long, it meant she wasn't able to get her cooldown reduction from it. So realistically, we should be seeing people go to do their bruiser camps like 10-15 seconds ago, because you want it out basically as this wave passes like this point. On each respective sides, we can see Bishop Miss Ektar heading up to their camp now. We see Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons a little bit behind, but that's ultimately fine. Honestly, Bellas at this point, just stay here. Give that extra bit of soak. But now we see everyone has rotated the camps for the side of Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons. And Bella's already going... Wait a minute, there's vision around here somewhere. There it is, they have found it. No Sledgehammer on Muradin. I did kind of expect Sledgehammer sometimes because it does extra damage on this map. Stun on to Varian. Varian is going to be that taunt. We can see it picked it up at level 4. Other things to note is piercing light on the Anduin belt is actually getting very aggressive. We can see that it is going to be the race call from the side of Pidge's Perilous Pigeons. Everyone else makes their way out. Marius does a little backflip to safety. Icy Morning take a decent amount of bomb damage. Bishop misstepping up Tomjin as well. Nice slide. I imagine there's a taunt follow-up. You can front the back this. I don't know where the stun was from Sylphrenia. Maybe they didn't have it up, but if it did, I think Perilous was definitely dead, but they managed to dodge the final kind of bulk of damage that would have gone to the kill. Also want to note that we do see the bottom Shaman camp doing very well so far. Meanwhile, we do see Crate Beast has dealt with the actual Shaman itself, so they're able to split away from it. We can see that while it is a pretty close race so far, it is slightly in favor of Pepegas on ice, as hopefully Lunara does have Nature's Culling, so they do have a good bit of race themselves. But between Hanzo and the amateur opponent Artanis, they can do pretty well on the other side of things. We can see they're absolutely roaring this side of a race. ETC tries to stall, but Tomjin can't really step in too much longer. And that Immortal is barely in favor of Pidge's Perilous Pigeons. I forgot to reduce my mouse size. But no, Immortal's going top. Also, Artanis has already made their way down bottom and continue soaking, and we're pretty even in terms of soak for the side of... for both teams, but Pidge's Perilous Pigeons does have a little bit of lead, and will have 7s just a bit before the side of Pepegas on ice. And we can see it is full scatter build. We've got Grenade build, Tychus. Skullcracker Muradin is definitely going to be something to watch out for. It is something that can do a lot of damage as you are stepping up further and further. Oh, Bella's getting a nice stun there. Oh, Taunt under towers at minus armor. That's a lot of damage. Phase shift a little bit too late, and that is going to be Muradin going down. Equalizing the experience and actually getting that little bit of extra pressure off of Pepegas on ice, considering it was a very bold jump by Muradin going directly under towers. Nice Sonic Arrow by Marius, actually hitting Sylphrenia. Grenade hitting the backline, but no, they know they can't see. Oh, cool, this is happening again. Tomjin realizes it's not necessarily a fight they can win and does step out. Realistically, you can only fight that if you see phase shift go up on the top bit, but no, Icy Mornington's doing pretty well in making sure that phase shift is up and available to go onto the offlaner. Mother Cause taking a lot of damage. I was going to say, you can teleport on the offlaner, but they don't have it up yet. They're going to be a little bit off still when it comes to the teleport itself. Flame Strike doing its damage. Mother Cause getting healed up. Nice little bit of bombs going out there from the Caliph itself. You can see that both teams are in a little bit of a stalemate, not quite sure where to go. These top lanes actually very even, a little bit more damage on Pepegas on Ice Fort than Pidge's Perilous Pigeons, but both, like, literally, the rest is basically identical. But bottom is definitely going in favor of Pidge's Perilous Pigeons so far. Definitely not Tomjin, but ETC, while is pretty good at dueling in the offlane, doesn't clear particularly well. And if Artanis does pick up Solarite Reaper, they do actually clear a lot better. It does help a lot with their clear, as well as if they have amateur opponent. Oh, Tomjin's found a Great Beast once again. Which, if you slide this, if that man dies, oh, nice hammer by Bella, stopping Torrents dead in their tracks, so Great Beast does not get stunned. Aggressive defense of the objective for Pepegas on ice. We can see Bishop Mist has backed up to burn the Immortal, but they just need to get those free stacks on, and then you can see it does start going down relatively quickly. But I do like picking up this Bruiser camp at the same time, and you can get a cheeky Artana swap. No cheeky Artana swap. Oh, Velas jumps in, doesn't quite find the hammer. See, Crate Beast goes for the swap, doesn't find anything either, but at this point, the team has been dislodged from their Immortal, so they just go to full race, and we do see it is very close, even though Lunara had started race a little bit ago, she doesn't quite have the full race to really follow up on, to really get ahead of the side of Pidge's Perilous Pigeons, and this is going to be a pre-10 fight. I've zoomed in way too much. Oh, Slide didn't quite find anything, but now they've got that aggressive defense out again. They really need to hold this position, Pepegas on ice, if they want to block out anything else coming in. But yeah, that's 10's first for the side of Pepegas on ice. You see a fight come through in a arrow. Nope, it does hit Ector at the end, but meanwhile we can see Bellas is having to pop that Avatar, Icy Morning, teleporting in, healing up, but we can see that once again, Pidge's Perilous Pigeons does dislodge the team. But 10 advantage, very good at the end to make sure that they can push and create the space they need to get the race on. Meanwhile, bottom, all that time, again, we have the Shaman camp pushing. And this Shaman camp is proving to be a massive hindrance for Pepegas on Ice so far. They haven't really had the time to go clear it. They really need Tom Gen to be on top of that, which ETC, again, doesn't have the greatest clear for these sorts of things. In terms of heroics, the things I haven't mentioned yet, by the way, is we're going to have Comedy Odin, which we can see on field, Dragon Arrow, Blink Heal, Suppression Pulse, and Avatar for the side of Pidgeons, Perilous Pidgeons. On the other side of things, we see a Stage Dive ETC. I do like a cheeky Stage Dive. I really like Stage Dive ETC in the offlane, just if you can't quite clear as fast as maybe you want, it can be a hindrance. Oh, that is a Light Bomb coming up. Marius is dead. We can see that Icy Morning is the next one to fall. That Leaping Strike, that Light Bomb, both doing a big chunk of damage. We see also the last thing to note is Phoenix. That's the last heroic that I haven't noted yet. Mother Cos is going to get chased down by Torrens. Crate Beast may be able to peel. No. Ooh, Mother Cos goes the way that no one else expects. Nice stun by Bellas. Will Cos get to live? Yes, indeed, they will. Definitely closer than they would have liked, but they did survive. I'm going to open up talents just so everyone can catch up on things if I have missed a few things, because I've got to mention, because while Varian did get his heroic at level 4, he did pick up the Shield Wall at 10. I think he gets his, I think he deserves to have 10 kind of mentioned. Shield Wall is actually really helpful into kind of the heavier spell damage teams, which Hanzo does lean into that, but Tychus, maybe you do want the double protection, just take the charge talent instead, especially because it means you're much stickier on people. You do have that constant slowing source, and you do have your Q as well to weave in for slows, for a range slow as well. Albeit they do have to get 4 more stacks before they get that benefit, I believe. Yeah. Bigger slow, longer slow. But that'll be a little bit still. Oh, Bellas has found the Wisp. Are they looking to invade? Maybe not. There's probably not any reason to invade here. You do have... You're a little bit behind in experience of your Pidgeons, Perilous Pidgeons. And there is a heavy presence here by Pepegas on Ice and on their own camp. And they can have ETC Stage Dive in at any time. Which means he can have time to clear... Oh gosh, this is so sad to watch. Just poor Tom Jet. Go get me, Tom. Here's the Stage Dive. Bellas jumps. Oh, nice unstop actually by Mother Cos, but they're still in trouble. Icy Morning does blink out. Marius and herself getting very low, but we can see that it is going to be the Tychus going down first, because while they did unstop the Light Bomb, they didn't really dodge the damage, unfortunately. Icy Morning doing her best to hold on. Crate Beast does go for a little bit of slapping onto them, and Icy Morning does get pushed into the Flame Strike and will go down. Meanwhile, we do see Kalfist finishes off that Tannis as well. So, pretty good fight for the side of Pepegas and Ice, considering they have been behind a little bit for this game. They have actually managed to get some good pressure. And actually getting top building of a process. Things I want to note is there is still the siege camp bottom, so it is whistling down the towers. Honestly, instead of having Tom Gen here, you need to send it back to go, and we get what we can see happening. Also, relatively standard array of level 13s. It is going to be the Encore. Like, that's probably the biggest thing to note here. Tychus is thinking about it. We're going to go a Q Tychus, interestingly enough. Yeah, everything else relatively standard at this level. Wait a minute, what is that? Oh. Interesting. You don't see Sunfire Enchantment very often. This is one of those ones where I would love to ask the player why that. But of course, it is a replay, so I don't actually have any interviews after this, unless for some reason a player appears going, yeah, sure, I'll talk about it. The Light Bomb went out, so Freddy unfortunately didn't hit anything. Varian protecting, taunting, Marius going to be fine. And they're fighting under the opposition Immortal, so this is actually a very hard fight for Pepegas on Ice. We can see they are slowly going down. That Immortal barely has anything else. Also, welcome King Andrew. It is? I don't know. I guess I just don't play Kalfist very often outside of ARAM, where I usually just go Living Bomb build, call it a day, Bob's your uncle, whatnot. But yes, that's going to be the first Immortal found by Pidgeons, Perilous Pidgeons. Also, on note, there is no delay on this. So, if I do miss your message by a little bit, I am just slow today. I'm a bit tired today. But, yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. I haven't really ever seen Sunfire Enchantment get picked. That Immortal is actually going down relatively quick. It's unfortunate that the whole of Pepegas on ice did have to back up. Because having an unsupported Immortal in these situations really is difficult. It makes it far more difficult to really push into things. But it did get defended well enough. It did get the full tower. So we do still have a structure advantage for the side of Perilous, Pidgeons. And they have made up that experience now. They were down for a little bit, but they are back up. And we do just see both teams doing their opposite camps. I think that's a fair enough trade. If you're Pepegas and Ice, you probably wanted bottom one because you probably wanted this structure to really even things out for you. But now they're realizing maybe we need to go back and actually deal with this. We can see there is, for the most part, the wholesale rotation coming out. Ictar did half. Sunfire Chump is the single best target. Best single target damage and most reliable talent tier. I could definitely see the most reliable and single target one. But I guess it depends on like how much people are grouping and how much you are getting to auto attack enemy heroes. But I think Sylphrenia has been doing pretty well at it. Oh, Tom Jen is out. Stage dive to safety. Excellent stuff. Let's have a look actually at damage. Hans was actually at most of 32,000. Lunara 29 respectively. Yeah, Kalphus is actually not far behind Lunara. Literally 0.3k, so 300 damage behind. Oh, did they get this building and literally the time it takes? Yep, there's Phoenix coming out. I do like dropping the blind there by Grace. Nice double arrow. Does get the swap onto Sylphrenia, but that's pull coming out to Tomjin instead. Ictar not quite getting the right one because maybe that swap threw him off. Is a light bomb keeping Sylphrenia alive. Mothercost is going for it, but no, that is the Kalphus backing up as much as they can. Bishop missed relatively low. Swap is hit on the Bambi, and that is going to be an excellent swap by Crate Beast, taking them down. We obviously phase shift coming up onto Crate Beast. Scatter getting a wide angle, but no one else really found from it. And you've gotten what you want at this point. You got someone. You can just back up, do the Immortal race. You don't need to be patient. Kalphus play more in hard vision. I think you see tell more of the others are more popular in low divisions. Yes, I think I agree there. You do see a lot more communication in these upper divisions and a lot better spacing in a lot of times. And Crate Beast got stunned. So yeah, that makes sense actually. Thanks for enlightening me actually. Go up talent skin real quick. Piercing arrow. Tiger's been sizzling attacks. You see Tom Jen absolutely getting melted because there's so much percent damage coming out from Cos. Oh, Hammer did not quite find anyone there for Valor's. Also full shields on Artan, so he's gone that much tankier. Being third wind. Oh, Criterize Brightwing. I do like it. Meanwhile, we do see Kalphus is leaning into the bombs. Ignite on the Flame Strike. Got bomb at level 13 as well. Oh, cooldown reduction on bombs off. Dragon Arrow getting a nice double. Bella is hitting the hammer onto Sylphrenia right. She's pulled by Ictar, so Ictar did get the unstop off perfectly that time. Tom Jen in the middle of everything. Mothercost slowing everyone down. You see that jumps coming on up. Nope. Ooh, Scatter getting a decent amount of damage going through there. And now we are back to race. That's the thing of this map. Sometimes you can just play objective and it does well for you. And it does seem that Pidge's Perilous Pigeons do very much favor the race of the Immortal. Oh, Crate Beast didn't quite get the swap there off. They were expecting the sleep to maybe be going to be a little bit shorter for movement having a further. Mothercost trying to run Icy Morning, trying to keep him alive. Polymorph onto the Brightwing, does blink back in, but no, that blink was their downfall. That is the Fairy Dragon gone. And that means you may not be able to get as much pressure with this Immortal as you like. You won't have that map presence. The blind coming out. Swap coming out. Nope, Crate Beast does not find it. And that's Immortal pushing. Let's just park it there and open up talents again. Interesting. Anduin has gone Renew. I understand Renew is not usually the talent. More often not you see either double pull or Inner Light, I think it's called. I can't remember what the other level 16 is called. The activatable instantly hit. Like, the activatable get your Q back immediately. More often not you see that one as it is just a quick burst here. But I do like this for, by the way, ETC dive. I do like this choice for the actual sustain. It makes you much more sustaining in fights, but I don't know if the sustain is needed so much here. More so than the burst heal. Bellas jumps out. Light Bomb unfortunately didn't quite find its timing. You need to be a little bit tighter on that timing. Bishop miss swapped in. Did take a W from Crate Beast as well, but no one else hit the dare, so Bambi was able to jump on out. Mothercost's Met goes down, Grenade goes in, and we're just playing the let's poke this building game down. Oh my god, it's 10. They want. There we go, it goes. Swap. Doesn't find anything. Bell is finding a lot of damage. Spreading bomb to Mother Cost as well. Mother Cost's like, hey, wait a minute, mate. Maybe didn't want you to give that bomb to me. Not really something I'm a fan of. And we see... Looks like we hear half it. But yeah, this is a rough spot for Pepegas on ice. Right, camp being taken. Nice. Good timing on it as well. Could be... I feel like objectives are going to get called soon, so it's maybe not the best timing. You've now got a camp that is going to be able to get rid of. Wow, world famous King Andrew is here. Hey Tuna, how you doing? Oh yeah, Tuna, I don't know if I told you, but I actually met with Randi and Newman, R-A-N-D-I, in person a couple of weeks ago. Your old team. But yeah, I think it's just interesting that I actually finally met someone that I met through NGS and Haunts. Yeah, it was really nice meeting him and his partner. He is wonderful. We had a board game night. I cooked him dinner. It was great. Him and his wife dinner was great. But yes, we can see, by the way, race is coming up for potentially the last objective of the game. This is very much an important one for Pepegas on ice to win. But ETC is back and defending this camp. They're not really able to help. And this may be the downfall, as that is a hefty lead for Pidgeons, Perilous, Pidgeons. So we do need to see Pepegas on ice aggress, because I think if they give us Immortal, that may just be it. But no, look, they're all defending this back wave. That's the problem when you do take things such as a offlaner like ETC, where they can do well in the deal, but when it comes to the actual wave clear itself, he does lack, and any kind of serious camps can make an issue. Oh, Tom Jin does slide out to safety. But yeah, no, it was a wonderful time. I hopefully will be meeting Weenus at the end of the year, so that should hopefully be fun as well. Ooh, stun coming out onto Tom Jin. Also, very spread out team fight. Dive coming out from Varian, but the Polymorph as well. Time. Light Bomb, stage dive. That's a hell of a combo. They didn't quite find anyone, unfortunately. Stun coming out. Nice triple stun with the Dragon Arrow, and there is going to be Bellas just jumping out to safety. Swap, unfortunately, doesn't find anything great. Meanwhile, Tom Jin Torrens were very aggressive. Bottom of the storm coming out from ETC, making sure they aren't going to go down there. It was a very last second pick. Meanwhile, we see Immortal has taken out top objective, and it's still very healthy in terms of shielding. This is going to be a very hard defense, especially with your ETC going down. That may be curtains for this first map of the series for Pepegas on ice. Desperately holding on. Bishop Miss popping their Volt. We can see Taunt coming out onto Muradin. Muradin goes down. You lose Kael'thas and Processor, but it's too late. That Immortal is not going down. And that is the first map of the series going over the side of Pidgeons, Perilous. Pidgeons, Perilous, Pidgeons. GG's to both sides. As I need to change the game summary screen of the screen. Right, because I remembered, no, don't leave the game. You can't see the stat screen once you leave replay, so I have to do it here instead. So that's why you do see it's a bit weirdly framed on the screen. Things to note about talents. Not really. Very interesting. We see Spray and Pray if you're not really picking up the other two Qs. More often not, if you do see if it's going to be Q at 13, you see it at 16 and 20 respectively. If you don't see, they're not going Q build, more often not, you see leaning into the spell armor at level 13, so that's definitely an interesting one to see. We just did have a classic very much. We are doing the objective comp from Pidge's Perilous Pigeons, and they did it very effectively. On the other side of things, I do like what Pepegas and us were bringing to the table. Just unfortunately didn't seem like, outside of Lunara, their race wasn't amazing. And as much as I love the offlane ETC, if you get a couple of camps in the lane, he can struggle to deal with it. He doesn't have that wave clear. The problem is ETC, you can either have the wave clear, or you can have that single target dueling capability. If you're on things such as Dragonshire and Brax's Holdout, he does really well in those maps for that reason, because E-build, you can just keep auto-attacking people and healing. But when it gets to... And there's also... It's easier in terms of camps here. It's a weird spot for ETC, but you can bully out a lot of people. But when you're fighting consistently in the lane, that's where ETC starts to fall off, and potentially he needs Echo Pedal at level 7, but that's when he does start to struggle in terms of a fight capability. But in terms of damage, we see 80,000 on Hanzo, most in the game, and compared to 60,000 on Kalphas. Kalphas also having most siege for the side of Pepegas on Ice, 82,000, Artanis 79,000, Soak going over to ETC and Artanis at 11,000 and 16,000 respectively. Meanwhile, Anduin absolutely working that healing, 115,000 compared to Brightwings, 78,000, Icy Morning getting up there as well. And yeah, I talked about talent, so let me swap it back over to this, and I'll see what our next map is, shall I? And as I say, I always just, like, claim this just because I need to make sure everyone knows. I don't know who map picks here just because I don't like spoiling myself the series. I have much more fun if I can go into it blind as possible. I do like not knowing who wins. Let me turn that up a little bit more. And let me go into this and turn my cursor size down so it's not as distracting. But it looks like we have Tomb of a Spider Queen next. But yes, Randy, lovely person. I'm very happy I got to meet him in person. And hey, I may be able to meet people next year as well if I do end up visiting America like I planned. We'll have to see how that goes. But I hope it goes. I hope it happens. Because I do very much want to meet for people I have met online through HOTS in general. I've absolutely opened my art app. Whoops. But yeah, we shall get into this next game, shall we? Tomb of the Spider Queen. And I can close this. And swap over before I forget, because otherwise I'm just going to be talking about the game and not actually showing it. So, on the side of Pepegas on Ice, we do have Tom Jen and Ubrak Bishop Mist on the Mephisto. I do like Mephisto. Sophrenia is on Orphea, I assume, in this mass of whatever this is. Torrens on maybe Decad. No, Ektar and Decad. So Torrens, I believe, is Spooky Ghostman. Leoric. On the other side, I think, is Crate Beast on the Blaze. Bella's Joanna. Ugh. Marius is on Chromie. Mothercost, Junkrat, and Icy Morning is on Rhaegar. Yes, it is Torrens on the Leoric. I was right. Even though there's a whole mass of people there that made it very hard to see. Relatively standard array of talents. Interesting enough, we do see Fealty Unto Death. I'm not the biggest fan of Fealty Unto Death on Leoric, because it means you really are just looking to lane with that style of comp. I do prefer the Ossian Renewal and those types of things, but Fealty Unto Death can really help your longevity in the lane. Decad has Sapphire. Tom Jen, very aggressive. That beetle spawned at a perfectly good time. Things note is going to be offlane Blaze, so Adrenaline Stim Pack. Junkrat actually going blow him up. So definitely E or W build, but it's actually something we haven't seen as often recently. More often than not, you do still see the red grenade talent that does give you bonus damage at the 4th shot. Skull Missile can be very interesting. It may work out, but we'll have to see. Sorry for my self-tabbing out. I just need to quickly respond to something. Right. Ektar, Sophrenia already on their camp, so I do like the camp discipline from Pepegas on Ice. But meanwhile, at bottom, we do see Icy Morning and Crate Beast secretly doing this neutral camp, and I think Torrens is about to have a shocking surprise. Oh, I feel like the offlane is having this experience a lot. Ektar is going to get hit for anyone else. I think they've realized, yep. I think Pidge's realized it's not theirs anymore, as we do see Chomp coming down, finishing off Rhaegar. Icy Morning, unfortunately, losing her life. Crate Beast getting a nice stun on Leoric under towers. My game just froze. Look, we're back. Excellent. Orphea doesn't quite hit the Q, but they're going to be fine. W not quite getting anything else, but does get a few minions. Honestly, if you are Pepegas on Ice, I'd almost want Leoric double... Game. Stop freezing. I'd almost want Leoric double soaking in your team just to hard push bottom. Crate Beast going in, but we can see that Tom Jen is removed from the fight. Bella's 9 health left at the lowest. They're very much fishing for that kill, but no one on the line. Meanwhile, mid, we can see Torrens is doing what I said. Maybe they can just get Torrens to double soak and very hard push bottom, and that is going to be the case. I do like the switch up. I do like the Towers of Doom-esque play style under that. We'll have to see. Bella's taking a lot. Oh, nice Burrow charge by Nubrak, but unstopped from the Joanna before the second stun can come through. Where'd Leoric go? He's doing his thing. He's pushing. Nope. Here comes the fun police. Blaze is here. I love seeing just the offlaners sometimes. Like, I do enjoy offlane more, like, as much. I do enjoy offlane a lot. I'm gonna say that. Offlane is one of my preferred roles, offlane heal. So I do sometimes just like watching the offlanes and just going, that looks so relaxing compared to all the 4-man rotations, watching out for X, Y, and Z and such. Especially if you're Leoric or Blaze and you can kind of just push a button and escape half the time. Especially Leoric. Leoric is great at escaping. Also, I feel really bad for Blaze of this situation. Going into Leoric with Drain is very difficult. Spell Armor doing a lot. Ecta trying to get the free gems turned in. Yeah, they just get those free, but they're being warded off of it. Meanwhile, Pidge's Perilous Pigeons are just off turn-in. They are a little bit behind in terms of the actual turn itself. You can see those gems are being picked up now by Icy Morning. So Tom Gen just needs to keep vision of this area. You can see Leoric is trying to sneak his ones in bottom, but no. Koss is doing very well to patrol that as well. Also want to note that it is going to be Junkrat trap build. Subdue is picked up on Joanna, so they do have their level set. They do have their quest. Ecta being told no by the man with the sand. Oh, Ecta, nope, unable to turn in. Meanwhile, Blaze is being watched by Torrens in bottom. Oh, it's going to be the speed on Drain, so we may see auto attack. Bishop Mist being thrown out of the objective area. Very much a large neutral fight here. Marius, I don't know if you stall this time. Oh, barely doesn't. Ekdark turns it, and I think Marius dies for it. Yes, they do. Icy Morning goes for bite in, but is unable to save them. And they are cube. They are cube build. They're not lightning shield. Or the totem build, not lightning shield, I should say. So this is a good early fight. Good earlier objective for Pepegas and Ice. They very much need this momentum. Considering they are down from the last game, they're wanting to come back this one and really get into it. I don't know why I'm always watching bottom. Like, yeah, let's just watch the offlaners. But yeah, we know what it's going to happen in the offlane, so really go anywhere else. Time Loop by Chromie is a sign up, or Temporal Loop, I should say. Spider being cleared slowly. Junkrat is doing this mid one. Bottom getting relatively cleared up by Blaze, but top is definitely looking worse for where Bell is already at half health. Tom Gen doing their best to really slow down rotation, but this is probably this building down at this point. Down it goes. No! Defense coming up. Oh, yeah. Rewind on Mephisto. I can figure out which way around this one. Ooh, Tom Gen leaves the game here. I can see ping. They are ready. They kind of respectfully didn't kill the Anubrak. I do like it, but Orphea dies anyway, just because of where the Anubrak was positioned at the time. We can see Anubrak going down now, however. And that is a, that's unfortunate at the end there. Gems are available for Pidge's Perilous Pigeons. They do have turn-in up, and they do have some time now, because Anubrak and Orphea are down. They can step in and get it done. The main thing is Crate Beast getting their 30 free in, which Torrens is just going to walk away from it. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. 33 gems out of the 50 needed on that one person turn. And Bellas just needs to turn in theirs as well. Sorry. Alright, sorry, back into this. Other things to note is going to be, in terms of heroics, we should really have a look at that. We have Ancestry Healing, Blessed Shield, Bunker, Riptide, Temporal Loop. On the other side of things, it is going to be Lornado, interesting enough, Crushing Jaws, Cocoon, Entomb, and the Endurance of Hate. That is going to be a rough one to deal with if you are the side of Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons. Hit 1, and just because how Icy Morning has been healing, it may cause some grouping issues, but Marius and Mother Cos can step back and not get hit by the resulting AoE from it. Torrens just below, ready to entomb. Oh, Crate Beast stuck. Crate Beast stuck. Oh no. Good bunker. Oh, entomb onto Bellas. Duran's finding the backline, but no, there's no W going in yet. We did see Ancestral keeping Crate Beast alive. Icy Morning getting relatively low. Does get to live. Crate Beast Ancestral going to use, because they've used effectively a whole couple of health bars. And they are going to get out safely, while we do see Orphea and Mephisto going down, both the damage dealers of Pepegas and Ice perishing. Ooh, Tom Jin getting the stun off to stop Marius getting their full combo on him. So very good timing on that. Oh, Tom Jin taking a lot of damage, does get slapped a little. Concussion Mine pushing that back in, but there's a very good Dorito, good... I can't remember what score was on. E by Ektar. So Frenia rewound to the direct spot, and Marius does get that kill. Meanwhile, backline, Mother Cos getting low, taken out by that big hit from Leoric. So we do see a 13 advantage, but we do see Blue Web Weavers are dropping now. Bellas gets hit by Tom Jin's W. And they are able to back up more or less to safety, but for Web Weavers are now the biggest concern. Oh, nice Blessed Shield by Bellas, very low, however, Blaze getting a nice double stun. Mephisto, their time may be over. Chromie actually a little bit too early on the sands. So Bishop Mist is really what I would say. Bishop Mist does get out to safety. Oh, Torrens, yep. It's a little bit too deep on that Leoric, and they weren't able to face shift. That's not right. They weren't able to Ray Fork out in time. So that mid Web Weaver is down, top Weaver is down. It's just the bottom one slowly going down left. Orphea dealing with that. Oh, Ektar really is the focus here, but no. There's a little bit of split Mother Costa split off by Tom Jin. Bishop missed. Any temporal loop? No, still good. 30 seconds off. Bella's keeping an eye on things. Tom Jin, I don't think you're going to be able to turn this. Oh. That's a very interesting look. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of damage going to Bishop Mist. Unfortunately, Bella's is very low on mana, so they are going to have to backpedal a little bit and tap if they can. Pop tight, there we go. Mother Cos does get healed. Torrens is trying their best to stop it. That is Chromie getting stuck in the loop. Ektar turns in 43, and that's probably your biggest concern at the moment if you are the side of Pepegas and Ice, but we can see a nice Blaze charge. That is going to be the Mephisto going down first. Unfortunately, Mephisto is taking a lot of damage from the damage dealers. So Frenia going to get temporal loop. We are a little bit late on the damage from Marius, but Great Beast quite onto it with a charge. Does get to the stun onto Orphea, and Orphea does perish, unfortunately. And Torrens, being ran down, does die. At least there was an Ubrak turning in the meantime, so by no means is this now an easy end for Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons. Every structure is up on the side of Pepegas and Ice still, and there now are Web Weavers counter pushing. Right. I need to go over here before I forget. Sorry, everyone. Multitasking, not my strongest suit. I do try, but it's not great by any means. What are we thinking here, Pepegas and Ice? We're thinking we want to fight. Dive coming out. Nice double stun. Good triangle following it up as well. Icy Morning may be in trouble. No Ancestral available. They do go down to the end. Mother Cold stuck in the tomb going down. And that is going to be Joanna stuck in the cocoon. Does get chomped. And that is the Joanna going down. That is a lot of gems lost. Sure, the Web Weavers have been pretty well defended, but that still is a triple kill for the side of Pepegas on Ice. Potentially maybe taking this to a third map. I'd like to see that, actually. I really would. And now we can see building being pushed into. They are wanting to open up a win condition. I wish they weren't doing it bottom. It'd be easier mid or top, just because that is where, well, the boss is, where bruises are. But at least bottom you do still have siege camp that can support you. Oh, wave clear going on, nice. Very, very safe play, very good play here from both teams so far. Pepegas nice, doing very well just to comfortably run the map, make sure they're in a position where they can control very well. Not overstepping. Oh, unfortunate. Torrens doesn't quite find the entomb there. Sometimes it happens, however. Unfortunately, that Lornado is not going to quite find anyone this time. And that is going to be back-to-back turn-in for the side of Pepegas Nice. So we are going to get a fight coming out now. Nice done by Tom Jen. Marius uses that. Not the unstop. They do use their safety, but that is going to be Orphea going down first. Mission missed, and Torren holding on. Torrens goes down. There is the... Oh, I thought Nubrak was out, but no, apparently not. The game disagreed. Torrens did go in, but now it's like, oh, Marius is like, oh, hey there, what are you doing there? Maybe not something you want to be in melee fight with. Leoric can do a lot in these situations. But let's have a look at talents by way, because Leoric is auto attack build. Auto attack build does hurt, funnily enough. The slaps are painful. To be fair, I also wouldn't want to get hit with a wet mop from a skeletal being. No, Crate Beast. I was like, I don't think you really go down if you're Blaze here. Between... I forgot his name. Deckard Cain and Leoric, you can do a decent amount of damage, but I don't think you kill Blaze in time, even with percent damage that that Leoric provides. Icy Morning is just running around. We can see Leoric doing bottom camp on his own. That one potentially is risky. It's not something I'd be risking. Meanwhile, top we get, well, mid I should say, we see Bruiser Camp being picked up by the side of Pepegas and Ice. So again, they are controlling the map very well. Bella's looking to turn it, but no, changes their mind. I'm going to close this now. So it's not needed because we see Piercing Sands on Chromie. Good kill on the can. Yeah. Sorry about this, everyone. Very, very safe play between both teams. Actually, we can see that Pidgeons, Perilous Pidgeons does have turn-in. They don't really need to push into Pepegas on Ice. Currently, they can take their time. They can get turn-in, but it looks like both teams are wanting to play patiently for level 20s. And boss was being made sure that no one was done by anyone. We can see the bait coming out from Pepegas on Ice, and we can see that the vision was used by Pidgeons, Perilous Pidgeons to make sure that it wasn't happening up there. They're wanting to play it slow, make sure nothing goes down. Torrens. It's like, does Torrens get it? No, they do not, unfortunately for them. Torrens is very much just trying to get these 6 gems in. They do not want to die with gems on them in a game, and fair enough, they haven't had the most fortunate of times so far. Line coming out from Joe. Actually, Bella's using a defensive shield there, but that is going to be a lot of damage going out. That is ancestral healing, but it is only one burst of it. They don't have the 20 yet. They're wanting those gems, but they know they can't quite step up to get it. Not with Blaze away from them, and those gems go down. And that is turn-in lost. Pidgeons, Perilous Pidgeons lost a good 20-something gems there. Very unfortunate. Boss call coming out. I say that it's looking very well for the side of Pepegas on Ice. But we can see currently that in terms of damage and kills, actually, Perilous Pidgeons is in the lead. So while there is a very strong structural advantage from Perilous Pidgeons, there is a chance that Pepegas on... Pepegas on Ice has a structure advantage. There is a chance that Perilous Pidgeons just does get a good late team fight and win. Because that is really what this game boils down to sometimes. Who gets that good late fight? Oh, hiccups, sorry. Very pushed back Web Weaver here. The other's like quite defensive. Ektar popping that Ancient Blessings, but a bit early. No one went in, so we're a little bit wasted of a cooldown there. In fact, we can see Tomjin going out. That is a nice concussion mine. Icy Morning stuck in the Entomb. And unfortunately for Bishop Mist, they didn't actually find the necessary kill, but they did find two in the end. We can see Joanna Blaze and the Junkrat going down. Oh, is this an end call potentially for the side of Pepegas on Ice? No, they are just going to back out? No. No, go ahead, end! You don't need to care about this! I think they could have ended. I know you're a bit concerned losing the Anubarak, because that is a lot of your tower. It takes a lot of the aggro from the tower for you. But I think there was definitely an end call available for the side of Pepegas on Ice. If you ever hear me store that, it's because I've forgotten the team names and I need to look at my stream to make sure I know what the team names actually are.
My web weavers have fallen. Gather gems if you wish to be spared.
Sorry, camera work iffy. Torrens has scouted. Yep, this is not where you want to be anymore. Icy Morning going, oh, do I need to go back and save? Yep, Marius goes down. Bonk stick on Ektar. Icy Morning can at least pick up the gems. Does take a nice wide berth around things. But that's a very unfortunate death once again. And Pepegas on Ice, they're seemingly not quite sure how to end, which is a bit concerning in these situations. You definitely want someone who can end as needed. But we'll have to see how this goes. Maybe they are just playing cautious. Maybe they probably know better than me in terms of the actual game itself. Because man, I am average at this game. And these guys are, in theory, all better than me. In practice, also all better than me still. A lot of damage going on. Up. Good pull on from Bellas. Nice. Oh, I was going to say nice done by Tomjin, but even better bunker from Blaze, who does get the Ancestral on top of him when they are stuck in that Entomb. Nice stun from Crate Beast, hitting the Orphea, who was getting hit by the tower. And that's what, 2 quick kills now. Chromie's the only back by way. This is a 4v5. And Perilous Pidgeons are coming away with murder. Torrens now the one in trouble, healing like their life depends on it, because, well, it damn well does. Those auto attacks can keep people well enough alive. Mother Cost wanted it. Well, Mother Cost wanted to live. Unfortunately, Torrens didn't quite want the kill onto them more than they wanted to live, and that is going to be a good kill onto Torrens. And that's exactly what I meant. Just one good late game fight, and Perilous Pidgeons are now in the lead. Are now in a very good spot. Right, towers are falling. Yeah, and this is what I meant. I think that Pepegas on Ice potentially needed to end earlier, because now we can see that Perilous Pidgeons has just kind of opened everything up. What was a almost solved game for Pepegas on Ice now is a much more open experience. It's much more open as to where this will go. Right, stand back over here. Excellent. Damage coming on up. Bishop Mist trying to do what they can, but no, not much more. So camp defended. Mid-wave pushed out, but other waves very much clashing in favor of Pepegas on Ice. So we see that both teams are kind of trying to work their way back up to a favorable position to get their web weavers out. They are down coins, but neither team has a turn in as well. So it is going to take a little bit. It is closer for Perilous Pidgeons by a good 11. So they will have that soon enough. Grenades coming out from the Junkrat. Not really finding anything. I like the bottom camp tape. Take. Pepegas on Ice know roughly where Perilous Pidgeons are, and they absolutely tear through camp, so why not do it? So very much wondering Oh, boss is up soon is probably the biggest thing to note. I do like seeing that the blue camp has been taken by the red team and the red camp has been taken by the blue team. I always love it when you just have these two random spots of color in the middle of no man, the middle where they shouldn't be. Are you really gonna? Oh, I never like these calls, especially now. But I don't know if Perilous Pigeons can get there in time. Pepegas and Ice have had plenty of options. Joanna getting put in cocoon. This is gonna be close. Bellas just needs to run at it. Bellas can get on it. Unstop pop. They do make it in time. Nice stun as well from Blaze. It is gonna be a miss from Bishop Miss. They didn't quite get it, but Boss was found. But that is still a lot of damage coming Boss. But that is 3 kills now in favor of Perilous Pigeons. When we can see Ancestral going off, Crate Beast is still relatively half health. Bishop Miss low, they're dodging grenades like their life depends on it, because well, it does. If any one of those hit, that may have been a dead Mephisto. Oh, but too bad that boss was taken by Pepegas on Ice, because it does mean neither team can stop. Neither team can end here. We do have turn-in available, however, for Perilous Pigeons and just 1 gem. Does it look? It's 1 off. It's 64 out of 65 needed. Is this division? Sorry, I'm just thinking. Thinking out loud. Sorry, everyone. Damage from Marius. Clearing that wave. Oh, mouse is on the side of the screen. Good stuff, me. But turn in. Probably get it in now while you have a chance. Orphea and Decade are down. This is probably the best time to get your turn in, as you do have the chance, the distance to open everything up. And this turn in may be the end. I keep saying that. We're very much in the place where one major team fight with an advantage can end. This is the advantage that Perilous Pigeons need, but how this actually goes. Oh, you got a big mid push coming out now. You want to fight under that. Bruiser camp. I do think it's a mistake them all going back here with Crate. Only Crate really needs to go. And we can see that Pepegas Nice knows that this mid lane is going to be the most difficult to deal with, and they want to take a fight before the offlaner of Blaze can get here. They're following. Are they going to get it? That's still a little bit of health left on this Web Weaver, so it does have some distance to grow. Summoning some spiders. Fair enough. No, they're deciding to change tactic. They're going to go to bottom lane. Icy Morning, Bella's sticking around here a little bit. Bella's in trouble. Where is he? Ancestral? No, not in time. And now that we see that it is going to be the Rhaegar stuck. Hourglass coming out onto Tomjin. Rhaegar in trouble. Nice and Tomb. Can you get in it, Icy? No, you cannot. That is going to be 2 down. But we can see Ektar does get rewound. Riptide getting a nice few hits. Cost unable to release themselves. Yes, they are. So low, 130. Oh, the actual teleport from Mephisto gets the kill. Bishop is backing up. Oh yeah, there is still a Web Weaver here, huh? Marius is wanting to end. Marius forcing everyone back. I don't think they get to live. Hourglass. Oh my god, little gnome, you are in trouble. But that is still a good 35% off the core of Pepegas and Ice. That is the first core damage to find purchase this game.
Destroy their constructs. Reclaim the gems of my power. Show no mercy.
Are we gonna get in? I don't know if you've Chromie managed to stall so much time. I don't know if you can in now if you're Pidgeons, Pigeons. Yeah, sure. If you're a Pepegas and Ice. Yeah, sure. Chromie isn't up, but there is still 4 under core. That's quite hard to deal with. I would note that Pepegas and Ice are close to turn it, but this is turning out to be a longer game. This is turning out to be a long Tomb of Spider Queen. I think I'm cursed if we ever have long Tomb of a Spider Queen matches now. It happens, but yeah. I'm just gonna have a drink of water. I usually kind of expect I can do one match, one set every hour. So I did tell our team, they're like, oh yeah, we're probably gonna do after that. And like, you'll probably be at 2 o'clock my time. Probably not at this rate. Bro, certainly not at this rate, as we do see camps being cleared out. Well, make a join early. And we do see things being turned over. Get that mid area being cleared. We do see Bruiser Camp being picked up. Hourglass coming up. Bellas. Blessed Shield immediately after the Hourglass. Tom Jin is rewound by Voice, so we are going to go back there. That is a good kill onto the tank. Nice Riptide. Torrent's going directly onto the Chromie. We see Bunker being dropped. Marius doesn't go down. They don't quite get in it. Unfortunately, the Tomb doesn't find anything from Torrent, so that's the front line is down. Nice Durance of Hate by Bishop Mist. Oh, Great Beast doesn't quite hit the man. But Bishop Mist is still in trouble. Great Beast getting that spell power reduction. Bishop Mist running for their life. Oh, I think that's all you did, mate. Yep. But keep in mind, Catters are doing a lot at this point. They're doing about 5% per hit. But do you just end if you're Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons? No, apparently you don't. Joe is clearing things up. Junkrat just making sure no turn-in can happen there. And we can see we're about 9 off the turn-in for the side of Pepegas and Ice. Most of it... No, literally all of it is on Sylphredia 2. We're having very safe play once again. We're just trying to get that turn in, making sure everyone's available. But if you are Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons, you probably want to find someone here. Or even get boss before Mephisto is up. You can really create yourself advantage here. They know you're there. They know you're going there, but I think you just rip boss anyway, right? They're going to fake boss. They know it's being faked out. Mephisto, oh my gosh, this patience. XR went up. Yep, the healer went up. That is the last person you wanted to go in that far. You can see Bunker being dropped, does drop the Dorito. Bishop Mist wanting to use that heroic, but cannot. Bella's getting very aggressive in face. Mothercost getting answered to him. Very unfortunate time for a Nubrak to leave, and that is a reset. Unfortunately, it is going to be Orphea going down at the worst time possible, because I think twice now that Tom Jin fell off, and then there was Orphea to follow. Tom Jin went and followed. Yeah, I didn't expect this game to go this long. Unfortunately, I did get the results spoiled to me, so I know roughly where this is going, because I had someone go, oh yeah, this is what happened. Like, thanks for telling me the results. I didn't want to know. But yes, also welcome to the stream, Chim. Is this really your first time viewing it? But this has got to be Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons going to end now. Yeah, this is definitely a much longer game than I expected. Marius and Mother Cold is taking a lot of damage. Bella's getting aggressive on Ektar. I think that is going to be the old man Kane going down. No, he is not. Oh, maybe he is. Oh, he definitely took more damage than I think he was expecting. And Marius finds the hit with the Chromie. Bishop misses. Next one on trying to block that is them going down. And that is going to be the map and the series. Going over the side of Pidge's Perilous Pidgeons. Well played to them. Right, let's go on over to our game summary screen, shall we? Yeah, that was a 30-minute Tomb of a Spider Queen game. That is definitely a long one for Tomb of a Spider Queen. But we do see Decker did go Perfect Gems. This is probably the first thing I want to know. I love Ruby, Perfect Gems, and Sapphire. Those are all great talents for it. I do wonder if you also wanted Emerald to stop those Ancestrals from hitting as well as they did, because Rhaegar, Icy Morning did do very well with them. Also, we did have full Q build, EQ build with Rhaegar, so does have a decent amount of sustain through these fights. Orphea, that classic hyper carry build. Yeah, everything else kind of makes sense. As always, I'm never sure about fealty unto death. I do wonder if some of these fights, if Leoric had that extra burst healing, maybe they would have survived a little bit longer, could have gone a little bit more value, especially with auto attack build getting that damage. But otherwise, everything else, oh yeah, interesting we see blow him up. It's not often you see it anymore, but Mother Cost is doing pretty well with it, because if we look over here, there's big numbers across the board. 116,000 damage from Chromie, 112,000 damage from Mephisto, leading the teams in their hero damage. Siege, Mephisto 198,000, Blaze 222,000, with Soak going to Blaze and Orphea 27,000, 20,000 respectively. Rhaegar 109,000 healing, Deckard 105, so excellent healing from both teams, especially with Rhaegar going the Ancient Blessings at level 13. Not often you do see it, there's a little bit of misuse from it, but there's also some very good usage from it by Ekdar as well. So well done to Pepegas and Ice. Just unfortunately, Pidge's Perilous Pigeons did take the series 2-0. So I did say I would be casting another series in a few minutes. So what I'm going to be doing is swapping it back over to here just to surmise what had happened, and then we'll be going on a break while I set up the next map. So, very well played by both teams. That second map, very close. First map, not quite as close. Pidge's Perilous Pigeons did well with that one. Pepegas and Ice did very well on map number 1. Map number 2 definitely took it to Pidge's Perilous Pigeons, but both teams looked very competent this game. So that is going to be it for me for this series. What I'm going to do is swap over to my Be Back Soon screen. I am going to get a bit more of a drink in me. I am going to set up the next series. So everyone, I will see you on the other side of this. And I'm going to run an ad break because, well, no, Twitch is like, run ads. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'll be back as soon as I can. Catch you on the other side of this quick break.